Hello, my ninjas and ninjas. It's Peanut Nutter Ninja, and we are watching another Smite match. We're watching round 2 of 3 for MyoElectric versus Curse Gaming. Again, this is the first match broadcast for the PAX East tournament on Friday, exactly at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, guys. And we can see that on MyoElectric, we have Riddick as Hercules, Gunmetal as Zeus, Kiki Star as Neith, Jeff Hinla as Hades, and we have Peanut Nutter Ninja, a guy you might be familiar with, as Poseidon. And look in right lane, we do have Artemis as Zapman, Pompon as Odin, Ra as Sparks as Ra, the Best as Hell, and Shadow Q as Sobek. Sobek again. Shadow Q getting Sobek again, a very strong pick. Shadow Q is a Sobek who hardly misses any of his pulls, and again the best is again the best in mid. He is very, very strong. And so, guys, you can see that this is a very interesting match, as you will see very shortly. And again, my best friend on YouTube, his name is T-Dot. I will link him below. He makes a great commentary about this video, and you'll see why. This is one of the most interesting matches of the tourneys, and unfortunately, it's embarrassing for me. And you can see MyoElectric going for a very standard build, just taking a look around, making sure, probably going to get that attack speed buff, and you can see on this left side, you can see Zeus and Hercules both getting this blue buff. And one important thing to note is that MyoElectric and Curse both do not have any wards out in this game. So right now, they're completely invisible. So you can see a 5-man group going up on this attack speed buff, and you're like, hey, why are they going 5-man for the attack speed buff? Well, they are planning something crazy, because look at this build. You have 3 motivates, and you have 3 hand of gods, and you have 2 girdles. This means that they're going to do some hard buffing. And this means what type of buffing? They're going to go for a very, very early gank. So look at this. Unless you have wards, the only way to counter this is to put a ward down in Gold Fury. But unless you have wards, you'll have no idea. They come in 30 seconds later to kill this Gold Fury. Look at this. Look at this baiting, this pro baiting. Hell initially pulls it. She gets hit once. Then all of a sudden, I do believe Odin takes it. He gets pulled. He goes the other way. Barely gets out with his life there. And then it looks like Ra tanking it there, and those hand of gods coming out, and then these guys, they all push 5-man mid. You can see Poseidon here, Peanut Nutter Ninja looking, and he looks to his left and says, holy crap, there's 5 people coming, a tidal wave, tidal surge coming out, hitting 3 of them. But again, Peanut Nutter Ninja is only level 2, so he's only going to have 2 skills for now, and now the entire Curse team is now level 2, so this is going to be a strange match. So far, left and right lane both pushing hard. Another tidal surge coming, hitting that Hell and Ra, doing some damage, but again, look, they have Ra and Hell both healing, so right now Poseidon not in a position to do anything against this tower. Sobek looking to pull, again, the Shadow Q getting a wonderful pull and a wonderful tail whip, but look at Odin taking a little bit of the hits here. Sobek just zoning out, just saving some of that tower. You can see all these motivates coming out on the minions, so Poseidon normally able to clear out minions pretty well, cannot clear out minions with double health. Look at this, this gives you 30 physical and magical protection and doubles the health of allied minions, so this is a very strong move. You see that tower taking a lot of damage, and the mid tower already going down, but look at this counter push from MyoElectric pushing both sides of the tower. Poseidon is barely hanging on here, getting some EXP from those creeps. You can see whirlpools going down, killing those creeps. Right now, Ra is taking that rockets dangerously low, barely less than 100 health, and it looks like another tidal surge coming out, hitting that Odin Artemis. Another girdle coming out, and more motivates coming out on those creeps. And you can see Poseidon just doing as much as he can to just try and kill these. Hades going man mode in the tower, but he should have looked at that tower, less than 20% health. He goes man mode, he used his jump right to initiate and engage, and there's nothing that Hades can do. He ages to maybe get away. And Poseidon now thinking, are they going to push mid tower? Are they going to push Phoenix? Hades not able to get out. Poseidon getting out. Has no mana whatsoever, unfortunately. All these guys are half health. But you can see left and right towers have both been taken. So at this point, MyoElectric should stay the course, take the towers, take both these towers for mid towers. That would be a great trade-off. But you can see Sobek getting a wonderful pull. Huge pull by Sobek. Everyone focusing on Poseidon instead. Poseidon unable to do anything. Hades coming back, doing some damage. And guys, guess what? Zeus is here. And then a huge rock coming out from Hercules. Huge ulti from Zeus. You can see 3 of Curse Gaming going down on the right. So they see Ra, Odin, and Hell. and then you lose Poseidon and an early Hades as well. So a 3-for-2 exchange, 2 towers taken on each side, but again, those mid towers are worth more than the side towers. Neith should have actually pushed this right lane really hard. She could have stayed in there, pushed one more wave, and then maybe have gotten that tower. That would have been a good exchange. Left lane recalled hard to engage this. I don't think they would have been able to take the Phoenix even if Poseidon and Hades was there alone. So definitely Herc should have stayed the course and taken that left tower, and that would have definitely put MyoElectric up. But I think it was a little bit of a panic mode because no one's ever seen a 5-man push in tournament play. And guys, remember, $10,000 is on the line, so anything involving experimental strategies is very, very, very risque. And so you can see everyone going back to laning phase. No one in left lane. It looks like MyoElectric's looking to 4-man push mid, and no, instead they decide to just go back to lanes as they see Artemis and Ra both pretty far engaged. So right now let's look at the gold. So MyoElectric is actually at a gold disadvantage by 500 because of that Gold Fury and those towers, but so far it's not too bad. Look at this level advantage though. So MyoElectric definitely has 76665, and look at this 4555. So right now MyoElectric definitely does have the advantage in terms of DPS and damage. That mid lane is pretty much shut out. Mid lane is actually the lowest level, and that comes as no surprise because all those creeps were getting zoned out by the enemies. And you can see Hell going for a gank on right lane. Does Neith see this in time? She does see this in time. Hell does back out. She might get ganked by this Poseidon. She is going on this Poseidon. Whirlpool coming out, some auto attacks coming out, not too much damage. Hell can heal this, no problem. Hell misses her restoration, and oh, it looks like a huge battle going on in left lane. Let's just reverse that a little bit and slow down. Ra coming down, shooting his ulti. Artemis is so low, and Zeus is low as well. Sobek using his ultimate. Zeus walks right back into the ultimate. Zeus detonates. Sobek does lurking in the waters, clears off that Zeus. Can Hercules and Hades get back? And look at that Sobek using a tail whip to get out of that pull from Hercules. And it looks like everyone's going to be able to get away unless there's a huge boulder that's going to come out. No, it looks like the boulder has already been used, and Hades and them backing off. So 1-for-1 exchange in left lane for a 3-on-3 engage. You can see Hell still level 5 against this level 7 Poseidon now. And look at this. The level difference is still huge. Zeus now level 8. Hades now level 7. So very, 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 very good game. And right now, again, the gold lead's only about 500. So it's not a huge advantage for Curse to have done that mid push and mid gold or early Gold Fury. In fact, what it did was it really handicapped them in level. They have the gold, but it's not substantial enough for them to be worth it, for the strategy to be worth it. And again, that level advantage is a huge disadvantage. So MyoElectric should take advantage of this, farm the jungle, take all their buffs, and let's see if they do this correctly. You can see Zeus coming up in mid lane, Poseidon backing, he has no mana. You can see Raw Artemis doing these buffs here. And Artemis is a little bit stuck in that buff. I have no idea what she's doing. She might have DC'd. Yes, Zatman did DC there. So now it's a 5-on-4. So MyoElectric definitely has the advantage. Now they should definitely push a tower or do some damage. And it looks like they are going to do a Gold Fury, early Gold Fury. No, not enough of the team is there. It looks like Neith just coming back now. Zatman is now back from a DC. Welcome back, Zatman. So it looks like he wasn't down for very long. So MyoElectric unable to capitalize on anybody. And look at this Ra in left lane. He's by himself. Definitely should have been caught by MyoElectric, but it looks like it's going to be 5-man push mid. Ra in the side lane. And level advantage still to MyoElectric. If the Zeus ultimate comes down. Oh, Hercules does get pulled by that Sobek, but no one really around to engage. Hercules wanted that pull because he wants to engage on that Ra. And look at that huge damage coming out on Ra there. A huge thunderstorm coming out on that Ra. Ra dies. Poseidon does die early on. So actually, let's slow this down and see what happens. So you can see that Hercules engaging on that Ra, and Zeus sees that, so they definitely go on that Ra. Look at that beautiful pull by Earthbreaker by that Hercules, and you can see that Odin and Hell just doing so much damage against that Poseidon. That was one Gungnir's Might, one I do believe that skill is either repulse or damage, and you can see them picking off too. So by having Hercules and Zeus in the side lane, they stranded out middle, who was only there was only 2 or 3 people there. And then it looks like Hades doing a wonderful ultimate, maybe able to take out this Hell, and it looks like Hell is going to get taken out, but Hercules is so low, driving strike on that Odin, but Zamman does get that kill with an Artemis. Hades now dangerously low as well, and it looks like it was a 3-for-2 exchange, 4-for-2 exchange, and guys, I don't think that was worth it for MyoElectric at all. Zeus on the side lane, again, this was a very good cut, because Zeus and Odin were separated from the main of the pack, and oh, Zeus caught out without any mana. Wonderful lunge coming out from Odin. Zeus doing another detonate on this, but unable to secure any kills. Sobek with the tail whip. Zeus getting really far into this jungle here. No one able to support. Guys, I think this is where we say goodbye to Zeus, and Zeus says, alright, well, maybe I can take the Sobek with me. And he does take the Sobek with me, and he might, if he had more mana, he would have definitely taken that Odin, but he has no mana to kill that Odin. And that detonate coming out a little bit late. He just needed one more hit on that Odin and then to sustain that, but it looks like Zeus finally does get picked off. And guys, that was quite a good battle. And so now it looks like it was a 4-for-2, 5-for-2 exchange, and so it's still not worth it. Curse Gaming now has the lead with gold, substantial lead, a 1.8k gold lead, and now the levels are starting to look a little bit more even. Oh, Hell just gets cracking in mid lane. Can Hades finish this? It looks like not, and Artemis doing a lot of damage against that Poseidon there, and it looks like they will be able to back out. Poseidon having to use a sprint to get away. And it looks like Neith is solo right lane, and she is pushing this rather hard without having vision in the jungle. I mean, she sees that there's 2 people there in the right lane, and excuse me, sorry guys, that is my phone. And let me turn this off as soon as I can. There we go. And there we go, guys. We go back, and sorry, I know my phone is really loud and annoying, but there we go. Riddick getting a double kill. So guys, let's go back and see what happens to this. And oh, my phone is still going crazy, guys. Why is my phone still going crazy? There we go. So even though Neith is going to get caught off on this right lane, it looks like she's going to be able to escape, no problem. Artemis getting that red buff, and there's a huge engage going on in this mid lane here. And let us slow this down, and a huge boulder coming out, and that's what kills the Ra. Artemis coming out with a boar. Hell getting focused by both as Zeus ulti perfectly on the Artemis, and she's backing out. Hell getting damaged quite a bit by that Hercules and Zeus and Hades combo. And look at this, Artemis just walking back into a thunderstorm. She does not have her rubber-soled boots, and she's gonna get punched in the face by a Hercules. Hercules, don't you know it's not proper to hit women? But it looks like he does not know any manners. Instead, he just goes right through driving strike, drives his shoulder right into her face for that kill, and now MyoElectric picks up 3 kills for no deaths, and that was a really good exchange. And let's go back, and it looks like MyoElectric is setting up for a Gold Fury right now, and they need to kill this Gold Fury while 3 of them are still down. It looks like 2 of them are coming back up on the right there. Sobek looking to zone out and maybe even steal this. And look at this, just a poor lonely Sobek. They probably should have turned right now and killed that Sobek and have one person tank this. Looks like Sobek is coming in with his lurking in the waters, looking to do a lot of damage. Poseidon ages, and oh my god, that's Sobek with the steal. Can we see a replay of that just because it's so epic? You can see this. A beautiful lurking in the water. She's actually lurking in the waters. It's just graphically glitched. And he gets a wonderful impale. I don't think he even uses Hog there. Look, Sobek does die for it, but again, Sobek gets the Gold Fury, again, securing the gold lead for Curse Gaming. If MyoElectric had secured that kill, and secured that Gold Fury, it could have been a different game. It could have definitely been a huge momentum builder, but as of right now, the momentum is shut out from MyoElectric. All 3 left, and Odin on the right side, just taking up this tower as well. He's going to definitely get it, and it looks like there's a 3-man push on left lane. Hades has no HP and no mana to engage. Artemis is doing so much damage against the tower, especially with her attack speed boost for her number 2 skill. Just doing so much damage. And her Vengeful Assault is just so powerful. They're still in the tower. They're actually diving this pretty hard. Now they're getting surrounded there's a huge boulder coming out, a double bonk, and a double bill Kraken. And guys, let's just take a quick replay in slow motion. So you can see Artemis just focusing down that tower a little bit, and we'll just speed it up here. And you can see a slow gank coming in from mid lane, and they're definitely overstaying their welcome in that tower. And guys, here's where the beautiful engages comes. Zeus getting a wonderful bounce off with his chain lightning, and he's just gonna get some harass. 3 stacks on the Hell. It's gonna do a lot of damage to her face, and oh my goodness, the Hades right in the middle there, trying to focus down the Hades. And huge Poseidon, huge Kraken, huge boulder, Excavate coming out. Hell is now a little bit stunned. She does get the kill on Hades, but guys, overall, MyoElectric picks up another 3 kills here. So very good gameplay so far. And guys, sorry, let me just go do not disturb, just so that I don't get any more invites or any more distractions. I have a lot of distractions today. Phone calls, invites, and I don't know, so maybe someone will run into my house and blow right through the wall. Maybe a Kool-Aid band will come in, and that would be pretty epic. Sobek getting away here. He's just going to get a little bit of harass damage, and he's almost down to half health, but they're not going to be able to kill him. And so right now, MyoElectric is still behind in gold, about 3k behind in gold, but I still believe that they have the level advantage. Look at this, 12, 11, 11, 10, 10, and here you see a lot of 9s. And 11 on the Odin. Again, Odin is building a little bit of a bruiser with the Devourer's Gloves, but he's not going to be able to be the most main damage. He can't really chase. Again, the strongest carry is going to be this Artemis here, where she's going to just do so much damage with the Executioner. And I don't know what she's going to go next. If she goes Deathbringer, she can do incredible amounts of damage, especially with her passive, which grants her 5% crit per... there's that Hell right there. And that Odin. So it looks like they will back out from this. Sobek coming in. Hades probably had a sight on the Sobek crossing. Alligators are dangerous, so watch out, guys. They do like to come gank you when you're least expecting it. Raw pushing up that left lane just a little bit. Neath on the right lane, just holding it very hard. It looks like he's pushing very slowly, just keeping up that farm. And look at Kiki now, level 12. And she really needs to use her advantage. And huge fight going on in the mid lane. A Neath ulti coming out. Girdle getting popped on MyoElectric, Hercules, and that Hades combo is doing so much damage. Hell getting focused. Huge Kraken coming out on that Odin. Odin does die. Hell does die. Sobek lurking in the waters. He got tagged by the Zeus Chain Lightning. He does have a few lightning bolts on him. I don't know if he got detonated. I guess he just got detonated. Sobek running out. Huge lightning storm coming out from Zeus, but he only gets 1 hit on the Sobek. If he got 2 hits, that would have been a different story. That would have been roast crocodile for dinner. And Artemis and Raw just holding this mid lane, 5 versus 3. I don't know if anyone else is going to get pulled. No one really has pulling ability except Hercules on MyoElectric, but they are playing pretty far back in the tower. Hercules Excavate or Earthbreaker pull is just very short. It's 40 meters, or 40 feet rather. If it was 40 meters, it'd be half across the map. And a huge boar coming out, and Hercules has to back out as he does not want to die. He does have his mitigate pain, which allows him to just gain some of his HP back. That Neath being targeted, playing very passively, and it looks like everyone's gonna back out of here. And no, it looks like they're doing for the red buff. Sobek looking to see. Crocodiles are always curious. He's saying, what's going on here? He does get a pull on that Poseidon. And it looks like they can focus down that Poseidon. Huge rock coming down, but Sobek using his Sickening Strike to finish off the job. And it's like Hercules able to get out. That red buff was a good choice if no one would die. But look at how she's chasing hard against 2 people with no HP. There's a Neath who missed her root. If she had gotten her root off, that would have been almost certain death for the Hell. But it looks like that root is going to allow that Hell to escape there. And he's just going to do some gold buffs here. And so MyoElectric now has a kill advantage. But again, look at this. 3k behind still just because of that early gold push. And look at all these towers. MyoElectric has 2 towers left. And Curse Gaming still with 4 towers. So 2 towers very low. If MyoElectric were to be able to take 2 of these towers, then definitely would be a very good advantage. Now, Curse Gaming just pushing up the lanes a little bit so they can keep up their ganking. Gold Fury is probably going to come up. And no one's really strong enough to do Fire Giant just yet. So it is going to be just a good lane phase right here. If MyoElectric were to take advantage of this and push the mid lane, they might be able to kind of even up that gold advantage and definitely maintain that level lead. You can see Kiki Star with level 13, but she really has to take advantage of this, because if she's not, then there's nothing really that's gonna happen. Again, missing roots, missing the ultimates, and that's just gonna not do anything. And Hades going ham, and let's see what goes on. Huge lightning storm going on, and Sparks going down, Raw going down. And it looks like Odin and Sobek zoning out the Neith, Zeus, and Poseidon. It looks like Hades getting another kill up there with the Hercules. Artemis just doing so much damage against the Hades. Is that Hades tank at all? He is tanky against Magic. And a girdle getting popped out on the Artemis. Hercules does not want to dive this tower. And look at this. Sobek Aegising. And a Whirlpool coming out, and oh my god, that Neith is going to get picked off, even though she has the most damage, and they really need to save her. A Gunyar's Might barely hits, another pull, another launch, and a beautiful suppressed insolent by the Artemis, knocking him out, and then another Whirlpool coming out, a Boulder finally coming out from Hercules, and if he can get a pull, or maybe just a kill on the Artemis, he needs an Earthbreaker to just kill her, and it's just going to be very close. She does dodge that Earthbreaker, and oh my goodness, is she going to get out alive? That is a great juking maneuver, as Hercules should have definitely secured that kill. That Boulder coming out, that Excavate just doing so much damage. If it had done double bonk, it surely would have been GG for her. Definitely bounced it off the wall here. That would have been fantastic, but it looks like Artemis is going to go home to play another day. But what ends up happening here is I think MyoElectric can maybe push this tower. They are all very low. Zeus has very low mana. Hercules has very low mana. He's being targeted here. This is actually not a very good maneuver. And oh my goodness, Hercules getting picked off 3 versus 2. And Zeus getting picked off. They definitely overstayed their welcome. What should have happened was everyone should have backed there and just reset. But it looks like instead Zeus and Hercules just going to go man mode and pay the penalty for that. And look at Curse Gaming, almost up 5k, 4.5k now. So that was actually a really aggressive play by MyoElectric, and it cost them for being so overly aggressive. Let's go back to normal speed here, so so we can actually keep playing. Excuse me, guys. And so we can see Hell looking to do maybe the Gold Fury, just clearing up some wards. Or just starting, excuse me guys, my throat is getting really dry. And it looks like Artemis is starting it. Look at how much damage she does on the Gold Fury. It looks like MyoElectric is coming late, and Hades taking the long route as well. Neith just going so slow. And does she even have boots? She does have boots, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. Hades going 1-on-5 man mode there. That was definitely not worth it. And it looks like they cursed in a very good spot to steal that with 3 hogs. So it looks like they tripled hog. Poseidon is going to get caught by that Sobek as well. So that wasn't a very good exchange. 2 people still down for MyoElectric when they went to contest that Gold Fury. And now look at this gold lead. 7k gold lead for Curse Gaming. And even though the kills and the EXPs is a little bit higher on MyoElectric, it's starting to even out. In fact, Curse Gaming does have the advantage. Look at this. 2 more 13s than MyoElectric has. So really, MyoElectric with some aggressive plays and some misplaced skills allowed... need to slow this down, and let us just reverse that with MyoElectric with some aggressive plays and some really missed opportunities have allowed Curse Gaming to stay in the game. And like this Raw doing that blue, but it looks like they are going to start to engage here. They are diving this tower on left. They think that they're much stronger than they are, and Hell just getting driving strike by that Hercules. Hercules taking so much damage from the Artemis. Hercules goes down almost immediately. Does she have a death burn? Yes, she does. Not completely, but look at Zeus. His ulti just doing so much damage, but I don't think he's going to be able to detonate on this. No, he gets killed before he's able to detonate. Odin targeting that Neith. Again, this is a 3-on-5 because those 2 guys died at the Gold Fury. Neith backing out, even though she has plenty of life and mana. It was a good choice, as a 1 versus 5 is never really odds that you want to push. And it looks like Curse Gaming might actually take this Phoenix here. Just 2 people up from MyoElectric, 3 people up now from MyoElectric, and now 15 seconds for Zeus to come back up. Zeus being their main damage dealer on that side. And it's like Sobek looking to push here, and Sobek's just zoning them out, getting hit by that Poseidon. And Sobek is just so far in. Look at the Shadow Q. He is relentless, and he does get out, and no Neith getting a wonderful ulti. Hades ulting a little bit too late again. I mean, that Phoenix goes down. That would have been a great for that Phoenix to do some damage. Odin trapping up that Neith and that Poseidon, and let's see if it's going to be enough to do. And Odin is just trapping them to jump out of that ring, as he knows a 2-on-1 engage inside the ring. Even though he is Odin man mode and Odin Prodin, he still cannot kill 1 versus 2 when they are full health and he is at half health. So knowing his boundaries and knowing his limits, he definitely gets out of there and goes to fight another day. And you can see this getting clearly out in the open, and there's just no ability to chase. Odin just so far out with his jumps, and then Ra with his natural speed from his skills, and it looks like they will all get away successfully. Hercules just clearing out these lanes here, and now left lane has to be defended by MyoElectric, and this is probably going to allow Curse to secure a gold, not a gold fury, but a fire giant rather, and that is much more worth it. And you can see Curse again still with 4 towers here, and again 1 tower for MyoElectric here, and it's going to be a very, very, very hard match to really come back from MyoElectric. They did not have the gold lead to begin with, they never did, but they did have the level and kill lead, so they could have used that to their advantage. But again, some overly aggressive plays really, really handicapped them, and it looks like this is going to Fire Giant, and now Chris Gaming with 10k gold lead, and it's essentially in Curse's favor a lot by looking at the levels and at the gold. A lot of items getting finished on Curse Gaming, and look at this, a wonderful hide in the mean line and 2 magic damage defense items, so very, very, very strong against this build here, and no one really building any defense. Everyone's so squishy on this team. Look at this. Zeus has partial void stone, Hades does have a void stone, but again, no physical defense at all. And there's a huge engage coming out, and let us rewind that just a little bit. And so it looks like Sobek engaging on that Zeus. Zeus is soft and squishy like peanut butter, and huge excavate coming out, a Kraken coming out, hits that Sobek, hits that Odin, and Artemis and Odin both go down, but we lose a beautiful, beautiful heal coming off from Hell. Sobek can get killed here, or Hell can be targeted as well. Poseidon in the back, and it looks like Hades and Hercules both low, but Neith should be engaging this. She can catch that Hell with her root, and they're not in too much danger of dying. Look at this, Neith, the highest level playing so far back. Look at this, she's way, way, way back behind the entire enemy line. She's still attacking the minions. It looks like they are back in the tower, and they should not engage this. They should retreat and maybe do the Fire Giant, as they do have the advantage right here. And they do have a retreat there. And no one has been watching the left lane. And guess what this means? The Minotaur is taking quite a bit of hits here, and so now it's a 3-on-3 engage. Hercules has to defend this left lane if they do not want another Phoenix to die. Again, those fire creeps is doing so much damage to the Minotaur and doing just so much damage all the time. So very, very strong. And so it looks like we're gonna have another reset here. Everyone back up on both teams. Almost. Artemis just a little bit more, a few more seconds before she comes back, and Odin is back, and Artemis should be back in about 5 seconds. It looks like Neith on the right lane just warding that Fire Giant, and Sobek saw that. He says, hey, don't touch my wards, buddy. Only I can ward here. Alligators are very territorial. If you try to take their wards, they will counter ward you so hard. That is a fact of nature if you watch a lot of Discovery Channel, guys. And so it looks like Sobek just looking at the right side. They are looking to set up for this Fire Giant, but they want a lot of vision for this Fire Giant. You can see Hell wonderfully warding there, and she's probably going to ward right here around this buff as well, so they know when they're coming. And yes, look at this ward placement around this Fire Giant. Complete vision on the right lane. And it looks like Hell and Sobek just going to push on the right lane just a little bit so that they don't get their tower taken. And it looks like an engage going on in this mid lane, maybe? No, it looks like MyoElectric is really separated here. And middle tower is under attack, but guys, what's going to happen is they are going to get caught by this Odin's ulti, and it is 3 versus 1, and a huge Kraken come out, but Odin is immune inside that, and a huge Raw beam, Searing Flesh coming out, Searing Pain rather, coming out from that Raw. And the Hades getting caught by the Artemis. The Artemis doing so much damage. She does the most damage on this team now that she finished her Deathbringer and has Titan's Bane and Penetration. But no one has any physical defense, mind you. So she's just doing almost true damage to everybody that she hits. And look, the Zeus caught in the middle of 5 guys. And if you know 5 guys, 1 Zeus, it never ends well for the 1 Zeus. And oh my goodness, that Zeus getting quadruple, quintuple ganked here and by Zeus. There's nothing you can do. Neith poking her head out. She should not poke her head out for that. She should just stay back in tower. Artemis, again, very, very low, but she's going to get away with her life. And again, she does so much damage. She doesn't have any life steal, but again, the Hell and Ra both able to heal her so much. This is going to be a free Fire Giant for Curse Gaming. They now have the kill lead finally, and they still have that 10k gold lead. It's going to be substantial. Look how fast this goes. And look at this Artemis just doing so much damage with her crits. Again, 15% extra crit chance. There is a Neith caught out in mid lane behind the Sobek. The Sobek is charging. He knows that Neith is far out of lane. These guys, the rest of these guys are pushing right tower. This right tower is going to go down in a matter of seconds. See a Bruce. This tower's name was Bruce. He has feelings. He likes long walks on the beach. He likes to sit and chill on the weekends, but looks like he will no longer be doing that after he has to visit the hospital. And it looks like smartly backing everyone from Curse to maybe do a mid push against this, as they do have Fire Giant. They were all low on mana, some were low on health, so now perfect reset. Everyone has Fire Giant on Curse Gaming, and they can all make a really strong push or get this Gold Fury, secure the lead, as right now MyoElectric is backed into a hole, backed into a corner, and there's no way of digging out or crawling out. So this game is probably just gonna take its course. They are gonna do this Gold Fury. Actually, they're probably gonna leave it. Oh no, they are doing that red buff, and then they're going to go and do this Gold Fury, just securing their lead, making sure that they make no mistakes, no chance for a comeback whatsoever. And there we go. Another Gold Fury goes down to Curse Gaming. And I think where it started to go bad is the aggressive play, and again, that stolen Gold Fury just killed the morale on MyoElectric by that Sobek. It was 5-on-1 engage, and somehow Sobek able to come up with that wonderful Gold Fury, getting that for his team, getting them the levels, getting them the EXP, and guys, it was almost over at that point. And MyoElectric could have still came back, but they never really regathered. A lot of people were split off, not together, and again, no one was building any physical defense, and they should have built physical defense knowing that Artemis is the strong carry on their team. The Zeus ulti coming down, but look, this Fire Giant just too strong. Look at that, 2 hits, 1 hit on that Hades, just almost killing him. Neith looking to kill that Artemis, and let us just back this up as I did not get the initial fight. So it looks like Poseidon does get engaged right there, and oh, he does get bored there, and a huge Searing Pain comes out, but Aegis blocks it, I do believe, and that Ra getting picked off by that Zeus ulti. Poseidon throwing down his ultimate right there, but I doubt he's going to get away from this Odin Sobek combo. Nope, he's going to get jumped on right here. And oh, barely not. And oh, it looks like that Neith does secure the Artemis kill there. That Poseidon does go down, but they are diving pretty hard, and that Hades goes down back here. And is now 1-on-3. Neith is by herself. The Phoenix is down. She needs to get back. She is slowed by Gunyar's might. And Neith backflipping away to safety. Can she get a root off for security? And no, it looks like Zeus and Neith able to make it out. The 2 biggest damage dealers. But unfortunately, they are able to take Phoenix and get away. And this Odin's still looking to just poke around a little bit. He's a little curious. He's like, hey, what do you guys have behind those walls? Are you guys protecting anything delicious and yummy? And they are protecting some Minotaur meat. And Odin is a hungry monster. He will eat that Minotaur meat as long as it is readily available. And so it looks like Neith is just farming this mid lane a little bit, just preventing these guys. These guys are now fire minions, and what they have to do is defend this left lane as well. So they are very short-handed, and these fire minions are starting to pour in to kill this Minotaur. They are saying, hey, I really like eating Minotaur meat too, can we have some? And these blue minions say, no, that's our Minotaur meat, you cannot have any of our Minotaur meat. And there we go, they hit them with ferocity. Looks like just playing some defensive game. Again, Curse with a full reset, able to come back. They don't have Fire Giant, but again, now they have the level advantage. They have a supreme gold advantage now. 13.7k. Very strong. And very large. There's going to be very little that MyoElectric can do to get back into this game, so we'll just speed it up a little bit here. Again, they're just taking all the buffs on Curse. And MyoElectric just has to defend the base. That mid lane, again, Fire Minion is just so strong. And so it looks like Curse is pushing up all the lanes. They have vision, they have all the buffs, they have the damage, and it looks like now they have the engage here in right lane. So all 5 converging in right lane here. And Neith already in tower. She says, hey guys, there's a lot of them coming on the right lane, and I don't have the firepower to do this. And so you can see a shift from MyoElectric, just playing very, very close to base. And looks like they're just cleaning out some of these mains. And again, another fire giant going down. Let us just rewind that. That was just so quick. No, actually, they're waiting for this fire giant. Excuse me, guys. I did not see if it was killed that fast or not. And it looks like Odin already setting up there. It looks like they have good timing on their fire giant. Hercules taking a look, says, hey, it looks like they're going to eat some fire giant meat. It gives you a buff, it makes you strong, and it tastes like chicken. And so the middle Phoenix is now back, and it looks like it's pushed fine. There's some fire minions still in mid lane, but one more wave and it should be fine and fantastic, and it'll defend itself. And it looks like the fire giant does come up right on cue. And largely this is going to probably be uncontested. No, Hercules running in while that fire giant is still at max health. And that is never a good thing, because now Odin can just tank that. Hercules taking extra damage from that fire wave. And oh my goodness, Hercules dashing right into a wonderful trap by Artemis, and Hercules throwing down Excavate, doing a lot of damage to the Artemis. But again, the Artemis now has a Brawler Beast Stick she can heal. Sobek zoning out 3 of these guys. Look at this, lurking in the waters here. And a boar coming out, killing anybody. No, just doing some stunts here. A wonderful thunderstorm coming out from Zeus. It's probably going to kill that Hell. The Hell does go down. The Artemis so close to down that Neith really needs to down her. And I think he missed a root. I could be wrong. And this Artemis and Neith duel, and it looks like Artemis is gonna win that duel against that Neith, and that is terrible. It looks like she is gonna get away with no health. Hercules and Poseidon both low, and it looks like that Hades was wiped out somehow from behind. It looks like Artemis coming back with no health, and again doing that damage, and Sobek getting another kill, but Zapman Artemis with the triple kill. Sobek is zoning this. Poseidon does have to back out. He has no health, no mana, and that is a smart choice. It looks like they will be pushing for it. And no, it looks like they'll just be healing for now. Poseidon just running all the way back to base. He does not want to take any chances of getting picked out in lane. And looks like they are pushing mid tower here, mid Phoenix. And they did not get the fire giant, I believe. They did not. It looks like they're just going to push middle lane and maybe even take this middle Phoenix and then push this fire giant. That way they can at least secure this victory. Again, it's a 15k gold lead about now, 14k, but Artemis is going to be able to take out that Phoenix with no problem. Sobek with the tail whip, with the charge prey, and it looks like Artemis is going to try to do some damage here. And no, they do take the mid Phoenix, and they should probably back out here and take this fire giant. And yes, they are coming back for that fire giant. Artemis with a lot of lifesteal now. Poseidon now forced to defend mid lane, and so now they're free to get a fire giant. They did not want to get Kraken while they were doing this, as that is a very painful move, even though Poseidon doesn't have it. And so it looks like Artemis should be able to take this down no problem. A little bit quick action speed. You can see Poseidon and Hades maybe coming into contest, but again, it just gets killed so fast with the Artemis focus. Just one of the most highest DPS, if not the highest DPS AD character in the game. And so you can see everyone backing who's low on mana, low on HP, and they're going to get another Gold Fury here, not taking any chances, not leaving anything up to fate or chance or luck. So they are securing their lead even further, going to get another Gold Fury here. They don't even have their main DPS, but again, look at the Sobek regen. He just does so much and has so much defense. That Gold Fury just so weak, does no damage. You can see them just debuffing everything in the jungle, playing everything to textbook. This is very textbook play by Curse Gaming, and it's not going to leave much for MyoElectric to do anything. And it looks like a 4-man push, and now a 5-man push on left lane. Mid Phoenix is still down, so now MyoElectric is in a very, very, very hard, between a hard spot and a rock. It's like we're doing a rock in a hard place, is that what they call it? And so looks like Hades going ham on the Artemis, but again, look at Artemis. He's able to focus down the Hades so fast that Zeus gets hit with that searing pain, and oh, a Kraken comes out, but not enough damage. And it looks like Hercules also gets picked off, and it looks like Poseidon is going to get picked off here by Artemis. 2 shots, and he's dead. And it looks like Neith is also dead as well. And guys, this is going to be it, the end, as Minotaur is saying, hey Bobby the Minotaur is now gonna die of a heart attack. He was scared by the 5 guys coming in, and he's like, oh, I shouldn't have ate all those hamburgers. And there he goes. Odin is now free to feast on this guy's leg, and he's going to gnaw him as a slow Minotaur reveal. And again, Curse Gaming with a huge lead at the end. And a very, very good game by them. And again, decided on MyoElectric. So MyoElectric definitely had a chance to win this one early on, just because of that level advantage, even though they did not have the gold advantage. But unfortunately, they did never capitalize, and Artemis was always taken out of the game. And we can see the stats here. Let us see the player damage stats. This is my favorite stats to watch, and you can see Zeus doing the most. You can see Poseidon doing the second most, and you can see Hercules and Hades also doing about 17k damage. But this is strange because you see that the Neith only does 10k damage despite despite being the highest level and getting the most farm. And so you can see this, well, just very close to that Zeus anyways, but she should have been definitely doing a lot more damage than she was. So definitely a non-factor in most of this game, and I think Neith was designed to be the carry, and unfortunately, because she did not really capitalize on that and secure any kills, that really cost their team. She was in fact out of most team fights. She was just doing those creep damage, and you can see Hell not doing much damage, but look at this healing by her. 14k, ridiculous amounts of healing. Raw, 12.6k, ridiculous amounts of healing as well. And again, that's Sobek with a little bit of healing. That is fine by him, but look at this player damage. You can see that Artemis definitely carrying the team with 27k, 26667, Mark of the Devil amount of damage. And you can see the Sobek also doing quite a bit of damage. Again, he was always lurking in the waters against all those people, and Sparks as well doing a lot of damage with his heals and with his beams of light everywhere. So guys, very good game. And again, that strategy at the beginning was just so unique, so interesting. And again, a shout out to my friend T-Dot, who also streamed this or casted this game, so you guys should definitely go over to his channel and check it out. I'll link it below, and maybe I'll link it somewhere in here, make an annotation, make it look cool. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, peace, love, and ninja. Peanut Nutter Ninja signing up. Bye bye, guys.